Welcome back to another product review. This is Anthony Sevins, and today we're going to be reviewing this lovely Judge Dredd helmet as seen in the film Dredd. Not to be mistaken for the 1990 Sylvester Stallone version, which actually looks completely different. So, what we're looking at here today is a helmet that was created by the company called XCoser. For those of you who are not familiar with XCoser, to me personally, personal opinion, they're a 50-50 company, okay? Honestly, I've seen a lot of their stuff that I absolutely don't like and I would not purchase because I don't like the design of things. And at the same time, XCoser does have some lovely stuff. They do have some pretty good product. They've been around for a few years. They're very well known in the community, especially in like all of the cosplay communities, because as their name implies, XCoser, they do everything from helmets to clothing to armor to weapons. So, they've made a pretty reputable name for themselves. And they're very well known for having decent prices if you can't afford the best of the best of the best. However, so I saw this helmet online, and the first thing I did was I started comparing stills from the film compared to what XCoser has to offer. And it was actually pretty decent. For the price, the design and sculpt of this helmet was actually pretty decent in comparison to the movie. I would say that this helmet's probably about 95 to 96% accurate to what you see in the film as far as the design of it goes. So for the price and for as close as the design is, I said to hell with it, I'm gonna get it. So anyways, I wind up getting this thing in the mail, and there was a couple of things I was a little kind of like, what's this? When I opened up the box. The helmet comes separately from the visor. XCoser supplies you with two visors in case you scratch up or damage one, but you have to put the visor in yourself. You have to take little sticky tape and put it on the inside and then strategically try to put it in straight so that it somewhat looks good. Whether it's going to look good or not winds up being up to you, and if you're not a crafty and careful person, that can wind up causing problems. The sticker's pretty adhesive. Also, it comes with loose pieces of padding. This is a fully padded helmet, but you yourself, you have to peel off the sticker tape and then put the stuff inside until it's comfortable enough for you, which I guess is pretty cool. You can customize your own comfortability. Or you can use your own padding, but I mean the padding is actually very good, super adhesive. The tape they supply you with, super adhesive. Nothing's not going to go anywhere on this thing, okay? The visor's not going anywhere, the padding's not going anywhere. The two main things, well, hold on, before I get to that, as far as the paint job is concerned, it's a little too clean of a paint job for me. I'm used to seeing Judge Dredd, with like battle damage and stuff like that. Now, if you're a crafty person, if you're a painter, it's not going to take a whole ton to battle damage this helmet up, whether you do it with paint or you edge it with markers or whatever. So, I mean, in that sense, the paint job or lack thereof paint dynamics doesn't bother me too much. But the two things that did bother me, and I have to be completely honest, no matter what it is I review, I give bullshit-free reviews, okay? The things that disappointed me, number one, the whole put it together yourself thing, I was a little disappointed about. Number two, from the images, I mean, they have this perfectly round, perfectly proportioned helmet in the images, to try to sell what they offer. But when you get it, you notice that the helmet is very soft. It's very flexible. It's not that the material isn't thick. The material is solid. This is not going to break. It's not going to get damaged. But it definitely, is not your typical hard helmet, like say a stormtrooper helmet or something where it's nice, hard, solid plastic. So, I mean, I don't have to worry about this thing breaking, but be it that it's warped and be it that I have this like on a display, like one side kind of warps in here and it doesn't look very attractive at all. I mean, yeah, you put it on, you're walking around a convention and stuff, it kind of looks cool. It looks all right, I mean, it is what it is. Don't mess with it too much. But again, it's a very, very, very soft material. And be it that it is constructed of a soft material, you're getting like ripples. Actually, this side showcases it more. See all of these ripples in the mold right here? I mean, it's warped. There's no way to really get that out. Even, it's kind of a little bumpy as opposed to completely smooth around the helmet. I mean, and that is an unattractive number one. See, and the thing is, I'm not a Dredd cosplayer, so for me, display is kind of important when I have this, for people to come and check out. And when I got one side of the helmet, curved in and warped, rippled, people are going to be like, yeah, that doesn't even look that expensive. Another thing, too, that I dislike about it, and this one drives me nuts. This one, I almost laugh at it. It drives me so nuts. On the very back of the helmet, they molded the company logo right into the sculpt. XCoser molded it right into the sculpt, dead center, in the back, which means if I was a Judge Dredd cosplayer, okay, I would feel more like a walking advertisement than I would Judge Dredd. Might as well put a sign in the box. I'm walking around like I'm wearing an XCoser helmet. I'm wearing an XCoser helmet in case anybody cares. But I mean, right there, boom, right in the back. I mean, it is a very ugly feature. Now, I understand if you would have put it inside of the helmet, then nobody would have seen it at all. And most independent artists who do make stuff, they do put their company logo on things, but far more discreetly than that, okay? But again, I was aware of this before I purchased the helmet, and be it that I only use it for display purposes, I clearly know up in the air, nobody's going to see the back of this thing. They're not going to worry about it. However, if you are a crafty person, you take a Dremel tool, you take some sandpaper, you can easily get this off because the logo is sculpted right onto the surface. You can sand it down, but what that probably is going to wind up meaning is that you have to repaint the entire helmet all over again after you smooth everything out. If you've got the time, if you've got the talent and you want to put forth effort into something like this, hey, that's your personal preference. Me, when I collect, I like pulling it out of the box, looking at it going, hey, this is awesome, and then display it somewhere. But, again, when I got to put forth the effort to put it together, and it's floppy, and, it's soft, and it becomes a little bit aggravating. Now, I did not pay a fortune for this. I have seen far more authentic and far more screen accurate helmets like this go for $200-300 and beyond that. Okay, beyond that for a really, really good screen accurate helmet. This helmet right here, I think I paid just over a little over $100 for. On eBay. So again, it was like the look of it was about 95% accurate. The price was just right. But just like a tattoo, you get what you pay for, I suppose. Now, would I recommend this to a Dredd cosplayer? If you don't have a lot of money, okay? If you don't have a lot of money and your outfit is already fairly inexpensive, I would purchase this. Again, little over $100. It's definitely something that, you could wear it. It'll still look cool. I don't know if you're out in the sun wearing this, though, for hours upon hours, it might warp and melt. I don't know. I honestly don't know what kind of material was used, but be it that it's very, very soft, I would assume that if you put this in way too much heat and humidity, some kind of warp factor would occur. But yeah, for an inexpensive cosplay, I would absolutely get this. For a shelf sitter, I would absolutely get this if you're not looking to spend a lot of money on a Dredd helmet. For display purposes, absolutely, it's okay, it's all right. But if you're a die-hard cosplayer, and you absolutely need screen accurate stuff, then I would definitely stay away from this, and I would save up a little bit more money and go for a more pro grade Dredd helmet. And there's plenty of those all over the internet between Etsy and eBay and wherever else, independent companies that you can find. But other than that, other than the flex of the helmet and the warped of it, and other than the logo, I mean, you put it on, it unmistakably is a Dredd helmet. It does look pretty cool. It does look badass. And as you're wearing it, it's not going anywhere. And especially with the padding on your head, it does kind of push out that warped side a little bit more. It makes it look far more appealing. The only gripe I have with it, again, is that I display these and it's sitting kind of like this on a pole on the ceiling, you know, hanging off the wall. So when it is warped, it's just... But that's all I've got for you today. This is the XCoser Dredd helmet replica design. And yeah, I mean, if you're interested in it, again, check eBay. Check Etsy and see if they have, you know, something to offer. I know that when XCoser sells things, they don't make 150 of them for everybody to have. So I mean, you might have to contact them if you're interested, or you might run across it somewhere on the internet. But other than that, this is Anthony Sevins signing out. Until we meet again, take care of yourself and take care of each other.